Okay, dear Dianita and Andrea, initially let me tell you that we are too close for having a wonderful paper. Initially, I want to congratulate you because I have fun reading your paper. I really enjoy reading it because it was in a way easy to read. Uh, some general comments here. So I would say that we have to include Roberto. He was also part of the process. I don't know what you might think. My comments, probably the ones that you saw before. Initially, I want to tell you that do not worry. I'm certain of the quality of the paper. I'm pushing the reader, as I told Andrea this morning, to send us feedback during the weekend. But meanwhile, you can continue working on this one with my feedback. So as soon as we receive any further comments from the reviewer, we just go and do them. And I think that it won't be long. So I guess that we will receive them next week so we can make the general corrections. I think that you already did the first ones, the ones that I already sent you. Do not forget, in general terms, that we need to be coherent along the paper. So if you are talking about online programs, keep talking about online programs. If you are talking about, I don't know, face to face session, something like that. Now that I remember, be aware, for example, of capitalization. For example, the grounded theory, if it has a capital letter in the G grounded theory, I think that that's the way that it is shown in many of the articles where it is used. What else in general terms? I saw a lot of spaces that probably you can check. Check the figures because in later comments, probably the name of the figures change according to my recommendations. But make sure that you check them so you are ready with that. What else can I tell you? Again, the punctuation of ipsative assessment. I don't know if it is the first one capital letter and the second one no. So try to have like a general formatting for this. If you are using ipsative capital letter, assessment capital letter, or no capital letters, because in some cases there is not like a normal, like a regular standard there. Some sections are just excellent, very clear, very, yeah, this is the comment that I was referring to, very clear. Please refer in the conclusion section, refer to this research question. So try to, again, like call attention, like saying something regarding the research question. So we can actually tell the reader, hey, along the process, see how my paper actually answered these questions. Same as for the objectives. So you can take part of the objectives as part of the conclusions. The theoretical framework, that's again something that I recommend that you can take something from here, ideas I mean, in order to have the conclusion. So you can, for example, have a conclusions about the process writing, have a conclusion about the ipsative feedback. So about one of these topics you might have a conclusion. This was a recurrent mistake, so I think that you have already corrected for the version that was sent to the reader. But anyway, keep checking so we actually have. I'm having an issue with certain citations. This one is correct, but in some other cases, this one, for example, is correct too. We have according to Samael and the page number, but in some others, you are not given the pages. So be careful with that. For example, in this one, so be careful that you didn't copy and paste it, that probably you just so if it is your paraphrase, it's okay, but if you just take it from certain pages, remember that it might become plagiarism and might be horrible. Okay, so be aware. These ones, for examples, are okay in Lopez and Bernal 2009 page 56. So try to recheck these citations. In some cases, I have found some minor language mistakes, singulars, plurals, presents, past. So in case that you find something like in yellow or in a different color, it's probably that you have to correct it. What else can I tell you? So again, you have here more or my feedback. It's possible, for example, in this part, I think that there is an issue of formatting. So probably you can take a look at that to see if that is the way that you want to actually check. Be careful with spaces, especially from this section on, because there are a lot of spaces that do not help the reader to follow the text. So make sure when you include certain figures that, let's say, they are included in the text so they can actually give a space, but avoid those long spaces. Let me see if I can find like the example that I'm giving. Here, for example, when you see something like this, it's because there is a problem with the references. So it's like, yeah, I don't know in this one if we are actually repeating the ideas or who actually said what. So check this part because there is something that is not clear there. Well, as I was checking the reference that you included and checking the resources. So we are having almost in one paragraph 4 citations. So do you think all of them are necessary? Are these your ideas? Were they paraphrased? This is my comment here. So try to include direct citation because it's not clear to what extent you copy pasted or you are using their ideas. I liked the section about the description of the instruments. I think that it was very clear. You send the readers to the feedback. These figures, I love them because they actually clarify. And this is what I'm telling you. This is the way that you have to, in next pages, the way that reader has to find the information. Text, the figure, and text. So the text is not broken. So let me give you an example. Probably later on. I love these figures, wonderful figures. So they are great. Here maybe in data analysis again we are having problems. You're talking about Dornay twice, so not needed to reference to that again, especially because you are not including the page. So you need probably to check the page where you took those ideas from. What else do I have? Yeah, I have an issue with these boxes that you have here. I guess that those are reserves, but make sure that they are connected with the test. Sometimes in some cases, I don't mean this one, it's not clear to what section the assert belongs to, especially because you decided this formatting of a box. Okay. I'm talking about these spaces. So you see a long space, and after that the reader finds the box. So if it is necessary, split it into two, so one part can go to one page and the other one to the other. In the annexes, please, I gave you some recommendations, especially because we have some names of students, so if it is possible, delete them. And in here, when we have documents more than a page, my recommendations is that you can actually tell the readers, hey, this document has 3 pages, so please read 1 out of 2, 2 out of 2. I think I wrote it here. Since this chart has 2 pages, right below the title, 1 out of 2, 2 out of 2 for the next page, including and repeating the name of the annex. So it is better and clearer for the readers. But in general terms, my ladies, I'm happy with the product. Please proceed with the administrative process. And well done. I think that you have done a great job. And now what comes is finishing this process, graduation, and continue, let's say, talking about this topic. It's a very interesting one, and you have done a great job. Happy to know that in any way you accepted my recommendations or our recommendations. So this is it for today. November 7th, Claudia Acero.